So look, I'm about to tell y'all how the Most High Yah was with me even when I didn't even know it. Now y'all gotta understand everything I say is giving all glory and honor to the Most High Yah. Everything. So that's a given. So I'm about to tell y'all how I was told that I had cancer. So this was back in 2013. I think I was like 31, 32, something like that. So I was, I noticed that I used to always be fatigued. Now at the time that I thought that I was just tired all the time, but I came to find out that being tired and being fatigued, two different things. And I know that now. So I was fatigued all the time, no matter what. I'm always fatigued. And like I said, I just thought I was tired, but I was fatigued. It's a difference. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. So I made sure that I got at least 12 hours of sleep every night to try to, make sure I was good. I'm thinking it will help me not feel this way. So after doing it for a while, nothing changed. So I'm like, all right, well maybe I'm getting too much sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna make sure I get 8 hours of sleep, nothing more. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, put it like that. But I'm shooting for 8 hours. So I did that for a while. That didn't change. And I also noticed that I didn't have an appetite. I'm like, I could go 3, 4 days without eating. And so one day I'm at work and it's time. I'm getting off work and I gotta use the bathroom real bad. Like I gotta go. Like I can't hold it. So I jumped in the car. I'm on my way home. I'm in traffic. I'm bucking traffic. I work right down the street from my job, but I still had to go through a lot of traffic to get home. So I'm bucking traffic like I gotta go. So I made it to the house and I bust through the door. And as soon as I bust through the door, I'm like, "Who in the bathroom?" You know what I'm saying? Because I'm letting it be known, shit, whoever in there, you gotta come up out of there. Because when I get to the bathroom, I ain't no waiting. I need the bathroom. So went to the bathroom, sat on the toilet, nothing. So I'm sitting on the toilet like, and I know I ain't tripping. Like I know I had to use the bathroom, but now all of a sudden I make it to the toilet, it nothing. So I sat there for a while and got up. When I got up, I stood up and I looked back. When I looked back, blood everywhere. Talk about blood all in the toilet, all on the toilet seat, back of the toilet. Man, I looked down at my legs behind. I'm like, man, this blood running all down my legs. I looked in the front. Man, this blood everywhere. Oh, man, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, what is this? What's going on? Immediately to the emergency room I go. Of course, they couldn't do nothing. They gave me some suppositories. So, but in my mind, I'm thinking, shit, this was gonna take care of me. I'm gonna be back straight. You know what I'm saying? But they end up referring me to a specialist. So they made me a doctor's appointment to a specialist. I don't know what kind of specialist it was. I forgot because it's been so long ago. But I went to that specialist and they ran a test that they had to run and sent me back home. And I went back home and the results came back and they made me an appointment to go see a doctor. So okay, I went to the doctor. In my mind, I'm just taking steps to get right, to rectify this situation. Man, I goes to the doctor and I sit down. You know how it is in the doctor's office. You really don't want to be there. You like, man, they need to hurry up and come on in the room, man. I'm ready to go already. So the doctor come in the office, shake my hand. I'm sitting down. He sit down. And the first thing came out this dude's mouth was, "Sorry to tell you, Mr. Kent, you got cancer." Oh, man. Oh, man, I know this dude didn't just say that. Like, I'm looking like when I tell y'all I forgot how to breathe, man. I forgot how to breathe, and breathing, it's a gift. It's a gift from, like, you don't have to practice for it. You don't have to train for it. It's just something you was born with. Like, it's automatic. But I forgot how to do it, man. I started stripping. I'm taking off clothes, man. I don't want nobody to touch me. I'm laying down. I'm like, oh, man, I can't breathe. Some people might call it panic. But nah, I know. It was me. It happened to me. I forgot how to breathe. Like, I didn't know how to breathe. And breathing is effortless. Like, it takes nothing to breathe. It's like but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I started getting hot. Man, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, man. So I'm like, my next question was when I finally got myself together to where I could speak. I'm like, man, am I gonna die? Man, this dude told me it's a possibility. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh no, man. This dude, like, I got like, oh man, it was crazy. So I had to start. I went from not going to the doctor at all to having 2 and 3 doctor's appointments a week, every single week, and it started with radiation. For anybody that don't know what radiation feel like, it's like if somebody, like, you being stuck with 1,000 needles in the same spot non-stop, or somebody taking a lighter and just holding it up to your skin, and you can't move. Then after that, I had a 6-hour surgery. A 6-hour surgery. Then after that, it was chemo. And right when for every one of those situations, in my mind, if I thought that it couldn't get no worse than this, every treatment was worse than the last one. I stayed in the hospital, basically, might as well say a whole month. I stayed in the hospital a whole month. Ended up getting out the hospital. It gave me time to recover from the surgery, but I had to start chemo. And chemo is basically like, I don't know, man, but it ain't good. Like, it was, man, I thought about taking myself to the afterlife so many times. That was all on my mind. I used to pray for that. Mind y'all, I wasn't no commandment keeper. I ain't no y'all. I ain't know nothing about nothing. Before this situation, I always believed in a heaven and a hell. But once as I'm going through this situation step by step, like from all the doctor's appointment, all being stuck with all the needles, to the radiation, to the surgery, and now the chemo, Satan had convinced me that I was in hell. So when I once believed in heaven and hell, at this point I didn't. And that's just how Satan worked. But like I said at the beginning of this video, all glory to the Most High Yah, because he was with me. I just had to take an ass whooping because the way I belonged to him, I didn't know it. And I wasn't submitting myself. It's no excuses, but I didn't know. I didn't know y'all. I didn't know nothing about y'all. I ain't know nothing about nothing. I grew up in the church, and that's all I knew. And I didn't want to have nothing to do with the church. So, but I belonged to him, and he was with me through it all. I just, like I said, I just had to take that ass whooping. And that ass whooping humbled me. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to pray every day. I used to pray that I die. And then I used to wake up. I open my eyes and I'm like, I realized that I'm still living. I'm still alive. Oh, man, that was the worst feeling ever, to know that I was still alive. But like I said, it was the Most High Yah, his grace and his mercy, because the devil had convinced me. I even contemplated. I contemplated taking my life. I contemplated going to the afterlife, sending myself to the afterlife. I contemplated that. I prayed about that. My people made sure that they made sure that I didn't get my hands on one of these to do it, because they knew it. And I used to call myself trying to overdose on painkillers and sleeping pills, because that's what they used to prescribe me, painkillers and sleeping pills, because with what I was going through, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't rest, I couldn't nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, when you prescribe medication, it's only a certain amount that you're supposed to take. So I'm thinking like, okay, if I take more than I'm supposed to take, then it's gonna be the end, because I'm already in hell. And once I'm out of here, that's the end of it. There's nothing else after this. That's what I was convinced of, when before I knew about it. I believed in a heaven or hell, but I was going through so much at that time that Satan had convinced me that you in hell right now. It was crazy. But I later repented for praying that prayer. Once I came out on the other side, I repented for praying that prayer. I repented for having those thoughts. I repented for all that. But I'm just sharing with y'all that how y'all was with me from the very beginning. It's so much that happened in my life that I look back on and reflect back on and see y'all dealing with me, being with me, even though I was rejecting him, even though I was just living my life according to how I wanted to live my life. But it's a lot more that I can tell y'all, but I'm just giving all glory and honor to the Most High Yah. I didn't know, and he just had so much grace and mercy, and he was looking out on me over my life, and it's just it's amazing. Like it's hard to comprehend. It's hard to comprehend, but I'm very thankful. I know that I'm kind of reserved, kind of laid back, kind of just be chilling or whatever, but I'm so excited to be serving y'all, keeping the commandments, growing spiritually, growing in every way possible. And it's all thanks to the King. I'm going to be coming back in here with some, I call these testimonies, because, I mean, it's just things that I done been through that I know, looking back, y'all was with me the whole time, and I'm grateful, and I'll be serving him for the rest of my life.